Tonight, a Georgia family ripped apart two children taken away from their mother because of her alleged drug addiction. Just one problem. The mom says she has never done drugs in her life. New at 7, Atlanta News First Investigator Sierra Cummings found the drug test itself could be to blame.
I made this for her on her first birthday.
Rachel Fuller shows us her 4-year-old daughter's bedroom.
It just feels empty.
Across the hall, there's one for her 3-year-old son, too. Neither toddler is home. In fact, the children have not been in years.
Where are they?
My rights have actually been terminated.
The last time Rachel saw them was February 2024, but this case goes back to 2020, the first time she gave birth. Per stated process after labor and delivery, the hospital drug screened mom and her newborn. They tested positive for methamphetamine.
I was shocked because I'm a nurse, I'm an RN. I've been a nurse for 9 years.
Georgia's Division of Family and Children's Services, DFACS, intervened, eventually taking custody of Rachel's daughter. When she later gave birth to a son, she says because of the ongoing open case, the state agency took custody of him too.
She loves unicorns.
So to get her kids back, she agreed to random drug screens.
Have you ever done drugs?
I've never done drugs.
The mom thought the mandated test would prove her innocence. Instead, DFACS records said it repeatedly proved Rachel was positive for meth.
When you know you don't use a drug, but everyone around you is looking at you and they have these tests, you know, in the beginning I didn't understand why I was failing.
Until recently.
I have very severe asthma to the point where I've been intubated and all kinds of stuff.
Medical records document it as a chronic problem. The solution? Inhalers.
I take an inhaler, a nasal inhaler, because my asthma is congestion associated.
Rachel uses multiple, including this one, the over-the-counter nasal decongestion inhaler levomethamphetamine. Just as the name implies, the active ingredient, methamphetamine. And it's why Rachel believes her drug screens kept coming back positive.
I've never stopped fighting, and I'm never going to stop fighting. I want my children back.
Atlanta News First Investigates uncovered some labs contracted to do drug screens on behalf of the state do not perform a specialized test that distinguishes legal meth like medicine and inhalers from illicit meth like the street drug. That highly specialized test, known as the DL isomer, state policy does not require it. In Rachel's case, the state made an error by not performing it, according to an independent toxicology report presented in court on the mom's behalf. Despite their testimony, court records suggest the state did not find Rachel's claims credible.
We need to require confirmation testing, and we need to create mechanisms to pay for it.
The executive director for Barton Child Law and Policy says there should be immediate changes to mandate specific drug screen standards for labs contracted to do work on behalf of Georgia.
There's a real key need here to act with urgency.
Melissa argues taxpayers are footing a bill for incomplete work.
These are not one-offs. This actually is kind of just routine in our child welfare system. At this point, this bureaucracy is knowingly recommitted, doubling down, or at least sustaining its kind of routine practices of relying on these fallible drug tests.
Well, Sierra Cummings joining us now in studio. And Sierra, you reached out to DFACS. What did they say in response to the investigation?
Well, here's the thing. DFACS does not comment on cases due to confidentiality laws, but court transcripts indicate the agency did not find the mom's claims credible at the time. But DFACS has since told me it started the process for an internal review. Meanwhile, Rachel is appealing her case to the state Supreme Court. You can watch our full investigation on AtlantaNewsFirst.com. In the studio, I'm Sierra Cummings. Atlanta News First Investigates.